Good morning. I am in short sleeves for the first time in a long time and wearing my dark eye pro also for the first time in a long time. It seems like spring might actually be here. It's about 9 a.m. on April 5th, 2025, and I'm out for two guns, thanks to the patrons. We have the FN Reflex XL, which I didn't even know existed. If you're unaware, the way the patron funding works for GBGuns is once it gets to a decent amount of money, enough to be able to buy something, I poll, ask, what do you guys want to see? And then we begin paring that down in votes, sometimes 2 or 3 rounds until there's a clear winner, and then that's what gets purchased with the patron funding. And the FN Reflex XL won. The tabletop video, patrons, yeah, you guys have seen this by now. I'm pretty impressed so far. The only bummer was it came with these ridiculous 10-round magazines, and they're not just the simple fix restricted mags. It's actually shorter with a plastic plug at the bottom to prevent it from ever being a standard capacity magazine. That was a huge disappointment. Oregon is still a free state, but some retailers still think that Measure 114 passed and is in effect, which is really annoying. The good news is I was able to find some 18-round mags, which do stick out a little bit, but I found those on Gun Mag Warehouse on Wednesday, and they arrived last night. So perfectly in time for me to be able to film this with standard capacity magazines. I'm looking forward to this one. I get to paint the steel today because it's dry enough and warm enough to do that without worrying about it still being wet when I put it back in my car at the end of the day. However, Idiot Award goes to this guy. I forgot the hanger for the piece of steel that I normally put at 20 yards. So, disappointed in myself on that. I'm going to have to, I guess, use a piece of cardboard or something out there. The other gun that I picked up, kind of a wild card, is the BRG Elite Gen 2. Was one of the few channels that covered the BRG 9 Elite, I think it was 2 years ago. And then the Gen 2, which has significant enhancements to traction and things like that, was shown at SHOT Show, and they even did a private shoot, which is very expensive to do at SHOT Show, and then it vanished. Never heard anything more from Buffalo Cartridge, who was the importer at the time. Thank you to the viewer who let me know that Blue Wolf Arms out of Pennsylvania is now the importer of these things. So I picked one up, fairly affordable. I'm expecting good things out of it. And then the other one is, because of this weather, it's time for me to say goodbye to my 4¼ inch and go back to my 3¼ inch. And just like you saw me do in the fall, when I was retiring the 3¼ and moving back to the 4¼ that means take it to the range, practice some draws, get some time on it, make sure the sights are on, make sure it runs with the carry ammo. And some of you may recall that I found an interesting thing that the ammo this gun likes, this gun doesn't like so much. Even though the same maker, same barrel maker, same twist and all that kind of stuff, it just, I think maybe the Liberty ammunition gets a little too fast out of a 4¼ barrel, but it's great in a 3¼ and also lightweight. So personally, I'm kind of looking forward to carrying a less weight, being a little more comfortable, plus having lighter ammo. The 4¼ gun, I'm running 124 HSTs, which, you know, we got 18 of them. That does add some weight, significantly more than 17 rounds of 50 grainers will in this guy. So I've got that going on, and then my dad's coming out to do a little shooting afterwards. I will do my best to get this up same day. If not, it'll probably be up Sunday morning on the second channel, and of course over on Rumble. Got to do another rant because it's happening again. So far, not yet today, but for about 10 days in a row, YouTube has deleted or restricted one video off of the main channel. Just seems to be somewhat random. They're just going, I wake up in the morning, I check my email, and bam, YouTube has removed your content. They used to say it was for facilitating the sale of regulated goods, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't even sell t-shirts. Now they're saying for showing modified firearms, which is really insane, because as you know, I run things right out of the box. I got a strike for one of those videos, and because of the strike, that locked me out of the snowball's chance in hell hope that I had of emailing YouTube. For several years I had to email YouTube about every video because every video was automatically getting restricted or demonetized. And I no longer have that, which is kind of funny because then the next day I got hit with a scam that was very convincing. Trying to install something on my computer, I'm not sure what it was trying to do. I blocked it and it's gone. But I couldn't report that to YouTube because YouTube had cut me off from that email address. I sent an email and it bounced back and it said, it appears you're attempting to reach the partnership program, which is only an invite-only program for select channels in good standing and blah, 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 blah. And it's just ridiculous. So putting everything on Rumble. When I get time, I'm going to go through and probably upload to Rumble all of the videos that YouTube has deleted. There's about 70 or so now, because back in November they went through and just wiped out 65 videos, all with auto denials on the appeals. I mean, equals reject was in the URL for the appeal link, for crying out loud. And then it took allegedly a human less time to manually review my appeals than it did for me to write to the appeal. So kangaroo court or automatic and fake. Anyways, I'm looking forward to some nice weather. Happy that spring is here and get filming. If I can remember, I'll do the little brief after bit. You guys may have noticed there's been a slowdown. That's because work and life. Also, after 10 years of nearly reviewing 50 guns a year, it comes out to 500 guns. I'm running out of stuff. I've covered so many things. I will continue to cover, and any company that wants to send will get fair treatment, of course, as is the standard for this channel. But yeah, there's just a lot going on in life, and without having 4 guns a week to review, slowing it down a little bit. Doing 2 a month instead of 4 a month. I think it's a work-life balance thing. The other aspect of it is doing this is expensive, as I'm sure you guys can imagine, and with the way YouTube's been behaving, it's also hit the revenue from the channel. As you know, I don't take sponsors, I don't do paid placements, I don't do any of the conventional means that channels do to stay alive and to be funded. I have kept it purely journalistic and kept that stuff out. Because I could kind of get by previously on the YouTube revenue, as well as our Ammo Squared supporters, making sure there's ammo on the channel, and then of course the links over on the depot, which kick a small percentage back of any purchase you make to the channel. The thing is, of course, that the depot costs a couple $100 a month to run, so that revenue is just supporting the depot. So that's the way things are. That's the state of GBGuns. I'm glad you guys joined me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and that the weather in your area is also so. I remembered. All right, so both of them are done. I had some challenges with the FN Reflex XL that I did not expect. So that should make for an interesting video. It was a rough filming day. I forgot the what's for dinner table. I forgot the hook for the steel, so no steel, and then the target camera, which used to be the primary camera, died, so I had to go back to filming with one camera, which is a bit of a challenge. The BRG Elite Gen 2, I'd say is one to pick up if you're looking for something affordable that can be a house gun, do-all gun, maybe a little bit on the large side for carry, but you know, just a gun you can be confident in and enjoy. This really impressed me. Watch for those videos to be coming soon. Patrons, I'll get them to you as soon as I got them uploaded. Everyone else, of course, my website is the first place that you'll see them, and then they'll be trickling out over on the main channel.
GBGuns, and I do to level. Derek Gas, Junior Joseph T, Al G. Peter Ray, Tom Sky King, Brian P. Rich, Moises S. Fast Eddie, Tallow 215 Marvin T, David F. Donald H, Jenna I. Greg K. Thanks for the tip level. BRB2 Christopher J, David P, Andrew B, Court Lee H, JS Farhan N, Gryphos Michael W, David G, Robert B, Ohio Cruffler, Briscoe County John, Brian K, Red Sky, Waha, Edward Z, Alan B, Fierce 76, Tattoo Johnny, Uncle Munzie, Miss Doodle Punk, Mount Stewart E, Justin H, Summer G. Keeping things on its level. Gary B, Brad M, George H, Daniel D, Othniel M, Gold, Adrian H, Mark S, Edit P, Gary C, J.E. Logan G, RBMB 2022 A, Gil B, Romsey Mike, NC Technocon, Half Empty, Ronald W, Russ P, GPC 1986, Robert C, Michael L.